finals of last year. The big storyline of this season will be dynamic duos. Very few big threes, if any. Jay Will going to count down the top 5 dynamic duos in the sport. Go.
This is all subjective. It depends on what you value. Number 5, James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes, I know they combined for the last
5.
4 or 5 scoring titles, last 3 assist titles, but efficiency is going to be a thing. He shoots career 30% from the three-point line. He set 3 screens last season. 3 screens last season, Greeny. How's he going to do not having the ball in his hands? It's going to be one of the best experiments to watch.
All right, who's ahead?
Let's go. Number 4. Just out of sheer respect, I know Clay isn't coming back until February, March potentially, but how do you not have 2 of the most prolific three-point shooters we've ever seen in the history of the NBA on this list? You have to. Stephen Curry, Klay Thompson. Steph is going to have an MVP caliber year. I still don't think the Warriors are making the playoffs. I don't think Klay is going to find his groove when he comes back right away, but next year, this team could win the whole thing.
Okay, I'm with you.
Okay,
Who's 3?
Number 3, put some respect on their name.
Ooh.
Dame and CJ, the most underrated backcourt there is in the league. Let's remember, he not only wins rap battles, but he also dominated Russell Westbrook last year in the playoffs. Do we forget about that? That game-winning shot he made? And CJ is one of the most efficient players we have in the game. They mesh better together, and they're more efficient than James Harden and Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
All right, here we go with number 2, LeBron and AD. LeBron and AD, I have them at number 2. Now, you can flip-flop number 1 and number 2. I know PER, there's only one person they rank behind, and that is Michael Jordan. I think this is the most comparable duo because of their screen and roll. They may be the best ever we've seen in pick and rolls. I've said that. The best ever.
Yeah.
Better than Stockton
I'm
Malone.
just waiting for you to finish. I have a lot of thoughts.
I know.
Go ahead.
And last, I go with Kawhi and I go with Paul George. Paul George is the best player Kawhi Leonard has ever played with. I know he played with Tim Duncan in 2014, but that's not vintage Tim Duncan. That's an older Tim Duncan. And think about Kawhi. Kawhi has been a 3-peat stopper. He did it with the Heat. He also did it against the Warriors. And now he's partnering up with Paul George. And they do it on both ends of the court, Green.
So there will be a lot of controversy in this list, in my opinion. The first, I totally agree with putting Steph and Klay in there out of respect.
Yes.
But to put the guys in Portland ahead of 2 guys who've been MVPs, I think
they both need the ball, though, Greeny. They both dominate the ball.
Maybe they don't fit together as well. I'm just telling you what I think the reaction is going to be. And then you could make an argument, if they're both healthy, that Anthony Davis and LeBron James is the greatest dynamic duo in the history of the sport.
Can I ask you a question? If you were to take this matchup,
yeah,
who do you take?
I take the Lakers guys.
No. If you were to take Kawhi and LeBron, who do you take?
LeBron.
You take LeBron.
Yes.
I take Kawhi. I think defensively he would be great against him, and then defensively I don't think LeBron would guard him. They would try to move if they get Andre Iguodala, that can help them. But I like this pair defensively and offensively.
Well, listen,
bring to the table.
It's your list. I like it. I enjoyed watching it. I totally disagree with it.
Fine.
No question in my mind. If they are healthy, the Laker dynamic duo of LeBron and AD is not only the best in the sport right now, you can make an argument it's as good as any pairing there has ever
been. If they meet
been
in the finals, you take the Lakers.
Yes, I take the
Clippers.
Lakers. Okay.
There we go.
We'll bet some shoes on it.
Yes.
Meanwhile.
Not your shoes.
You need to hear this. You need to hear this. So Michael Jordan is on the Today Show, right? And they ask him who he would want to team up with in a pickup game. He took Scottie Pippen, Hakeem, Magic, and Worthy. Then he was asked if Steph Curry should be offended, and here's what MJ said.
I hope not. He's still a great player. Not a Hall of Famer yet, though. He's not.
Cheers.
Cheers, my friend.
That's Craig Melvin, who is a great guy and knows a lot about basketball, which I think is why he's laughing at the notion that Steph Curry is not a Hall of Famer, which obviously
he's going to be a Hall of Famer.
But here's what I like about it. I like the crusty. I like how Michael Jordan has become that guy. He doesn't like the way the game is played. He doesn't like the newfangled superstars, and he will not give them that respect.
Can I just say this? And I love Michael Jordan. I get the whole thing about he had 5 other Hall of Famers. I just don't really, value Michael Jordan's opinion on the evaluation of talent.
That is unfortunately the reaction of most people probably in Charlotte this morning who are watching as he's been the owner of that team for quite some time.
Terry Rozier,
I'm
some
with
draft picks. I'm just saying.
But do you not like?
Oh, I love it. I love it for trash
it
because I feel like we need a little bit more of that in our game today. Like players, everybody's friends to a certain degree. I know we get competitive, but this is who MJ is. He's also one of the most ultimate trash talkers of his time. Him and GP. I mean, I played against both these guys. That's all they did, chirping your ear the whole game.
I feel like Michael Jordan's standard for the Hall of Fame is basically, if you weren't as good as me, you don't belong in the Hall of Fame.
Nobody is. Which nobody is. I respect that.
That's what I mean.
Respect that.
Steph Curry obviously walks into the Hall of Fame if he never plays another second of basketball.
Yeah, can we just say that Michael Jordan feels like he's kind of like stuck in the 90s, though. He got the hoop earrings, the 90 cuts on the suits. I mean, I kind of feel like he values that, but Steph has changed the game.
I get it, but I will not have any Michael Jordan slander on the program here under any circumstances.
Fine.
Enjoy the start of the season. Jay will be with us for a ton of it. Meanwhile, back to football. L.
Yeah, so obviously Nelson Aguilar has been getting a lot of flack, right, for his seemingly lack of effort here to catch a deep ball from Carson Wentz in Sunday night's disaster to the Cowboys. And when he was asked about what exactly happened, here's what Aguilar had to say. Quote, I tried to get open. I was hauling tail, make a move on the safety, use the space that I had to run across the field, and I was running. And by the time I was trying to track it, the ball was already out of position. I wish I was able to get there, but I don't know what happened. I don't know if he was rushed or whatever, but we had enough field and I was trying to get there. That beep, beep, beep is the sound of the bus going up over Carson Wentz. I mean, your thoughts on those comments?
The ball was a 60-yard throw. The ball was, sorry I missed that 60-yard throw by 6 inches. Totally on me, Nelson. Like, how about you, like, if you're going to go run the route, and this ball leaves Carson Wentz's hands at the 10-yard line. It lands at the opposite 30-yard line. Past the 30, it's a 62-yard throw. And you mean to tell me that I missed because it was 6 inches away from your hands? Like, as a quarterback, I got real issues with that. That was a relatively decent moment in that you extend your hands and then you kind of pull them away like you're about to get hit by a safety. I'm not questioning his effort on the route. I am questioning his effort to go catch that football. Absolutely. I've seen receivers go after that ball.
I ain't gonna pretend like that. Listen, I've never been that fast. I don't know what that looks like. But what I will tell you is sometimes television can be obscured. That's all I'll say.
What do you mean?
I don't think diving would have helped him catch that ball. He obviously saw
Maybe
that
not.
angle. He obviously saw that the angle.
We're not questioning. We're not questioning that.
To me, it looked like the ball landed a little bit behind him, so he would have had to dive back almost.
These glasses work.
Run it back. Run it back.
These glasses work.
I'm serious.
Desmond, what do you think?
I think it's all about respect and effort. You hit the effort part. The more respect you have for your coach and your quarterback, the greater the effort is going to be on difficult plays. When I played football, my job was to make the quarterback look good. And you make them look good by making the difficult catches. When I was at Michigan, we had a 4th and 1 or 4th and inches against Notre Dame. Here we are. Elvis throws the ball to the back of the end zone. I can't get to that, right?
Oh, yeah, you did.
Right?
Okay,
Your
two
job
one.
is but I have so much respect for Gary Moeller for giving us the confidence to call that play, and for Elvis Gerback, that I'm gonna give him the maximum effort I can to make sure we capitalize on that play. So in my opinion, it boils down to respect and effort.
You bring up a bigger conversation too about Carson Wentz and what has
Is there
been
some
talked about with
symbolism
this
here?
team.
Because that's what people are
Absolutely.
saying. There's symbolism here that he didn't lay out and that like they don't respect him and they don't really care. They're mailing it in.
I wish we had enough time.
I've watched that exact play happen in a practice by the New England Patriots with Tom Brady and Julian Edelman.
Yeah.
Edelman laid out one time and didn't another time. The words that came out of Brady's mouth when he didn't told the whole story.
They're words that Dan Orlovsky would never say, I can
Correct.
tell you that. Okay, get the fudge out of here. Wednesday on Get Up, after the addition of Mohamed Sanu, can we hand the Patriots the Lombardi Trophy right now? Plus, opening night in the NBA. We're going to assess the debut of the new-look Lakers as they face Kawhi and the Clippers.
Best duo in the league.
There he goes. And will star pitchers rule Game 1 of the World Series? Because the World Series starts tonight, right? Highlights and reactions.
Let's go, Bregman.
Okay.